Welcome to another episode of Get Fit with your hosts, Tam and Des. Today we will be doing a full body circuit workout. You can have either a barbell or dumbbells. And if you don't have either, you can just imagine, go through the motions. We'll start off with squats. So if you have the barbell, you can hold that barbell up, place that barbell on your back. Make sure if you are using the barbell that the bar is resting on the meaty portion of your back and not on your spine, and your palms are facing forward. We'll take our feet hip distance apart with our toes pointing forward. When we go into a squat, we'll be hinging from the hips, bringing the hips straight back, keeping your knees up, stacked above the toes, and right back to our starting position. All right, let's do 10 of these. Nice and low. Push up through your heels. Exhale as you lift. There's 3, 4, and if you don't have any weights, just body weight is fine. Keep going. I know I said 10. Let's do a few more. We'll do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. All right, shake that out. Heart rate should come up a little bit with this. We're working our big muscle group, quads, glutes, inner thighs, a little bit of hamstrings. And we'll move on to our next exercise. So for our next exercise, we will be targeting our back. We'll be doing some rows. Des will be using the barbell. I'll be using the dumbbells. So let's start with our palms facing forward. Standing up tall, we'll soften the knees, bending forward from the hips. We'll pull that up, squeeze your shoulder blades together at the top, and bring that down. Let's do 10 more. 10. Exhale as you lift. 9, 8, 7. Last 4. Squeeze at the top. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we'll put that down. Shake it out. Moving on to push-ups next. So when you do a push-up, you can go from your knees or from your toes. You want to take your hands shoulder width apart and core contracted. Try and keep your shoulders, hips, knees in alignment. And we'll come down into push-ups for 12. Looks good. Keep the chest up. Fun fact, Des and I had a push-up challenge a few weeks ago, and Des won. I think he cranked out 42 push-ups. I'm pretty sure it was a PR too, so I know 12 should be easy. Nice job. Shake that out. So heart rate should be coming up a little bit, getting nice and warm here. Heading into our 4th exercise of this circuit, we have bicep curls. So Des will be using the barbell. I will be using the dumbbells. So we want to keep our elbows in nice and close to our side. Feet pointing forward, hip distance apart. We'll soften the knees a little bit, and we'll bring that all the way up and all the way down. Make sure you're nice and controlled on the way down. Exhale as you lift. And if you're joining from home and you don't have any weights, it's okay. So get that full range of motion in there. If we don't use it, we lose it. Let's go. A couple more. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1. Nice job. Put that down, shake it out, moving on. So far, we've worked quads, chest, back, biceps. Moving along to triceps next. So what we'll do with this next one is we'll take those weights up above our head. Try and keep your elbows nice and close. A common mistake I see with this one is the shoulders are moving. We want to keep that shoulder still. The only thing moving is the elbow joint. So if you have your dumbbells nice and close. Exhale as you lift. The only thing moving here again is the elbow joint. If that's too heavy for you, you can drop that down. Use one weight instead of two. And then again, if you don't have any weights at home, take your hands together and do that range of motion exercise. 4 more. 4, 3, should be getting heavy. Last 2, and last 1. All right. Moving on. So now we've done quads, chest, back, biceps, triceps. We're going to do glutes and hamstrings next. So we'll take this into a lunge. We'll bring that weight up on your shoulders. With your dumbbells, you can have your dumbbells either down by your side, which is a little bit easier, or up on your shoulders, which is a little bit harder. Let's start with our left leg forward, right leg behind. With all of your body weight in that front leg, let's drop it straight down for 12. 11, 10. The further you can get that back leg down, the harder you work. 7 more. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Grab a drink if you need one. Take a little break. Moving on to the next leg. So right leg forward, left leg behind. A common mistake with these lunges too is people will take a very large step behind. It doesn't need to be that far. Just make sure all of your body weight is on the front leg. And let's do 12. 12. Nice and slow. The slower you go, the harder it is. Exhale as you lift. Come nice and low. Keep going. It helps if you have a focal point somewhere on the floor that isn't moving for balance. Do one more and shake it out. All right. Get nice and warm now. Into it. Overhead press. So shoulders are a small muscle group, and when they get tired, they burn. So let's learn to love it. We'll get them fired up. With your dumbbells, palms facing forward. Keep your elbows in line with your shoulders. Bring those weights forward slightly so you can see them in the corner of your eye. Let's take it up for 12. Here we go. 12, 11, 10, 8, exhale on the lift. 7, if you don't have any weights, just range of motion. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, shake it out. Last exercise of the circuit. So we have done chest, back, shoulders, biceps, triceps, glutes and hamstrings, quads. We're gonna work our core. We'll take it down into a plank, either from your knees or from your toes, from your elbows, or full extension, whichever is your preferred plank position. And let's hold for at least 30 seconds. When we're doing a plank, we're holding our body, shoulders, hips, knees, heels, all in alignment. We want to keep our neck up. Our neck is in line with our spine. And we're holding everything except for our breath. And make sure you breathe through that. Nice, big, deep breaths. And keep going. Another 10 seconds at least. And then you can take a break. There's 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. All right. So I like to have a goal of a water bottle full of water. Make sure you finish that water when your workout is finished. If you've got to the end of your workout and you still have your full water bottle, that's a fail. So we're gonna take a break, grab some water, regroup, and then come back for our second set after the break.
All right, we are back. Hopefully you got at least half of your water bottle drank over the break. So we're gonna go through that entire circuit again, but a little bit quicker. We're not gonna go through all the explanation. You should have got a feel for it the first time. So we're gonna rip through it 2 more times, and then we're gonna finish off with something a little bit spicy at the end. But let's bring it back to the top with those squats. So body weight, dumbbell, barbell, whatever you have, we're gonna go for 12. So come down, drive those hips back, keep that chest up, pull that tummy tight, and 6 more. Good. Almost there. 2 and 1. Perfect. I'm like the worst counter ever, so reps could be off. You might want to count yourself, or you're probably always going to be doing more. All right, our next one is that bent over row. So again, dumbbell or barbell, we're going to come into that nice bent over position, keep that back spine nice and straight. And this time we're going to row it for 15. Ooh, up the ante. So pull that in. Keep that back nice and tight. Pull that tummy in towards your back. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Push-ups. Push-ups, the exercise everybody should be doing. You want to get stronger with minimal work? 30 seconds a day, crank out as many push-ups as you can.
How many?
We're only doing 12.
Okay.
So we're gonna come in down to that full position, or you can come onto your knees, bringing that chest all the way to the floor. Full extension of that elbow. Good. Last few. Push-ups, do them as slowly or as quickly as you want. Try to move through 15.
Oh yeah.
Full range of motion.
All right, 15 done and dusted.
Bicep curls.
All right. Who put these 2 back to back? That's me.
I think you created this
I
one.
did.
Wasn't me. So we're gonna keep those palms up and curl it up for 15. Full extension of that elbow. Try not to cheat and keep that elbow bent. Move through that full range. Good. There's 10, 5 more. Keeping that palm up. Try not to swing your back. 2, and 1. Shake that out. We'll give those arms a little bit of a rest because we kind of just blasted them with those 2 exercises back to back. We're gonna come back to the triceps. So overhead tricep. Now, there is another option you can do with this. If going overhead causes you a lot of shoulder pain, we can do just a kickback as another option, where you can come into a bent over position and just kick those weights back, but we're gonna go for 12. So taking that weight up behind your head, elbows pointed forward as much as you can, and extend those arms up. Good. Keep that core tight. You can stand in a split stance if it feels a little bit more stable, or you can stand feet a little bit wider than hip width apart, but we want to suck that tummy in. Good. What do we got? 4 more?
4 more.
Never leave the counting up to me.
That was not.
2. Last one. And 1. Ooh. Good. That was probably more like 15.
Yeah, that's okay. I got this.
All right, we're back to those split stance lunges. So if you'd like to add a little bit of a challenge to this one, you could also step together each time instead of just pulsing on the spot. But we're gonna start with that right leg kicked back, left foot supporting, weight over that front foot, and pulse it out for 12. Getting that knee as close to the ground as you can. And you can see she doesn't shift her weight onto that back foot when she comes up. We really want to keep our full body weight over that front leg. We don't want to be rocking back and forth. Last few. Good. Let's switch up. Take that right foot forward, left foot back. Also, if you need a little bit of assistance, you feel like you're kind of wobbly, you can grab a handrail, the wall, and for 12. Try to keep that full foot on the floor. You want your toes, heel, midfoot, all in contact. And remember to breathe, the hardest part. 3 more. Perfect. All right, overhead press. So again, we can stand in a split stance. If you feel like that's a little bit more comfortable, we could stand feet hip width apart, which I prefer. You want to pull that core in tight, try not to arch your back. And we're gonna take that up to your chest and drive it up overhead for 10. Nice range of motion. And if you can, you really wanna try and push your head through that bar. If you're using a barbell, get that full range of shoulder motion. Beautiful. Last 2. Couple extra.
2.
Perfect. All right, we got 1 exercise left. The abs. We've hit it all except for the abs. So we're coming down into that plank. So like we said, you got 3 options here. You can go full arm extended, you can come onto your forearms, or you can come onto your knees. But we want to keep that butt tucked in, tummy pulled tight, shoulder blades pulled back and together, and holding for 30 seconds at least. How long do you think you can go for?
I think 2 minutes is decent.
Did you know the world record's like 5 hours?
Yeah.
I don't know who would want to hold that for 5 hours.
There was a woman from Alberta that did it for 4 hours.
That just sounds awful.
You go to a special place in your mind.
Let's tune everything else out. All right, 5 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. We're not gonna make her go past 30 because what we're gonna do at the end, we don't wanna tire you out for that.
Okay.
So we're gonna rip through that one more time.
All
so
right.
now you should be really used to the order of everything. We can go through it quickly. We're not gonna take very many rests. We'll take a little break after we finish the circuit. So back at the top, starting with those squats for 12. Try and see if you can pick up the pace a little bit. Keep that upper body strong and tight. 5 more. Push through the floor, through your heels. 2 and 1. Right straight into that bent over row. So bent over for 12, leading with those elbows. And really make sure that you stay bent over, because as you start standing up and kind of shrugging it, it's going to become more shoulders. If you want thick shoulders, then stand up, but we want a nice ripped back. All right, push-ups. This one, we're just gonna go to fail.
Oh, I should have done 15.
How many can you do? Any bets how many Tam can do? After 2 rounds? I'm gonna say like 27. Okay, fine. Now we're into that bicep curl. So standing up straight, curling up for 15. Keep those palms up, full extension of that arm. 5. Try not to get too swinging with it. All in that elbow joint. No shoulders.
5 more. 4.
6 more. 7. 2. And 1. Perfect. Straight into that tricep press. We'll only do 12 here. And I'll try to count correctly. 2. You just need one of those automatic counters.
Every good trainer does not count.
Exactly. If you ever hire a trainer, beware. They don't count reps. 4 more.
4.
Keep that core tight. Pull that belly button into your back.
2.
Last one. 1. Way to grind it out. So very little break. We're going straight back into those lunges. So starting with that left foot forward, right foot kicked back, and that's pulse it out for 12. Trying to keep that nice stability. Find that focal point just ahead of you. And 4 more. Good. Switching legs. 12 on this side. Really keep that body nice and strong, keeping that chest up. Shoulder blades pulled back and together. Try not to let that weight push you forward or cave forward. We got 6 more. Nice low lunge. 2 and 1. Almost there. Near the end. We got that overhead press. Whew. We're only gonna do 10.
All right.
Because I made you do more push-ups. The upper body is a little bit toast right now.
I can do 12.
You can do 12?
I think so.
Okay. One thing you can do on an overhead press, if you do start to get a little bit tired, use your legs to drive it up. Instead of arching your back to try and push it up, just give a little bit of a leg drive to boost it up there.
I'll show you.
So 12. Get all the way up there. Getting shaky, getting tired. Last few.
Go.
Drive it up. Good job. Whew. Way to go. All right, we're coming back into that plank. 30-second hold. All that whole body right in line, however you need to do it. Forearms, straight arms, knees down. Hold it. Find that different mindset. Push past your perceived limit of exhaustion. It's all in your mind. We've got 15 seconds left. Breathe it out. I saw this joke one time that said, I don't know what's longer, a minute on a microwave or a minute doing a plank. Seems about valid. All right, in 3, 2, 1, and drop it down. Great job.
Thank you.
So that was 3 whole times through that circuit. We worked pretty much every single muscle on your body. And now we're just gonna spice it up a little bit and throw some more abs in there. This one's gonna be quick. We're only gonna do 2 exercises, but gonna add a little something to it. So again, you can use no weight, you can use the barbell, or you can use dumbbells. The first thing we're gonna do is called a roll up. So we're gonna keep our feet straight down. You're gonna hold that weight over top of your chest, or just reach up, and as you sit up, you're gonna keep that weight up overhead and then roll back down for 10. So sitting all the way up. We have to use all core muscles because no hip flexors are able to help out as we have our legs straight. So really feel every vertebrae come up and down off of that mat. 3 to go. 2, keep those weights high, and 1. Next one we're gonna add in there, we're gonna still stay seated or lay down. You can hold the weight up above your chest, or you can have your hands under your hips. And we're gonna do a leg raise or reverse crunch. So you're just gonna take those legs up off of the mat, tap your heels to the floor for 15. So just nice and controlled. So if you want to make this a little bit easier, you can bend your knees and just do a tap and pull in. Let's go 5 more. Remembering to breathe. It's really hard on abs. You always want to hold your breath. The last one. And take a little breather. We're not just gonna do that once.
No.
We're really gonna finish off the body. We saved the best for last. All right, you can take a drink, take a couple deep breaths. We're gonna go back to those roll-ups.
All right.
For 10. So all the way up, keeping those hands high overhead, keeping that weight overhead if you want to use it, and sitting all the way up. Good. Really using that core to sit up. It's all you've got to rely on. This is a great exercise to do. Doesn't matter how fit you might think you are, what your age is, what your conditions are. The core is a great thing to strengthen. Perfect. Now we're back into those leg lifts. If you want to make this a little bit more challenging, you can lift your hips up off of the floor. Have a little bit of a lift, a little bit of a reverse crunch. It's going to add a little more challenge to those lower abs. You know, that thing that we all want, the 6-pack. For 15. What do you got, 5 more? Remember, you can bend your knees a little bit if you need to. Tap your heels. Good job. All right, let's stand it up. We're only gonna do that twice. Well done, everybody. We really hope you enjoyed that full body workout, finishing off with a little bit of abs, and we'll catch you next time on Get Fit.